I have one story to do of Narsinh Mehta. Have you heard the name of Narsinh Mehta? Say Narsinh Mehta. He was
Yes,
a
sir.
great saint. Yeah. So from where he was? Narsinh Mehta is from which place?
I think he was from Gujarat.
Yeah, Gujarat, Jamnagar. Correct. So Narsinh Mehta is a very famous person. See, if you see what we hear from our teachers and gurus also, we forget people's names, people who are materialistic. You will remember some names for some time. But people who are virtuous, who are devotees, their names will always be remembered. They'll be, because God gives them glory. If you go to Gujarat, Narsinh Mehta's name is always there. So Gujarat is known for Narsinh Mehta. If you go to Rajasthan, who is a great saint there? In Rajasthan, whose name is famous? Who is a famous saint? Are you aware? राजस्थान में कौन से सेंट थे या थी? हेलो, राजस्थान, मीराबाई. तो मीराबाई was from Rajasthan, na? Hello. Yes, no?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Yeah. I don't know if everybody is there. So yeah, so Mirabai. So that way the places become famous because of the saints. So the Tulsidas, if you see in UP,
Yeah,
you go
sorry, Mirabai was from Marwar, na? Rajasthan, yes.
Marwar, Rajasthan. So Rajasthan. So the saints become very famous because of devotees of the Lord. They will always remain eternal. Their fame will always spread. But for materialistic people, they will be famous for some time. Maybe some people may be famous for 100 years. This thing. Yeah, Mira, I don't believe means what? I don't know what you are saying. What's your query?
I don't believe that Mirabai was of Rajasthan.
She was not of Rajasthan, but she was married in Rajasthan to Marwar.
Oh.
So from where was she, according to you?
I don't know, sir.
Okay. But Rajasthan, what we have heard is, so we'll hear her story also. So right now we'll start with the story of Narsinh Mehta. Narsinh Mehta, he was in Gujarat and very famous, and he wrote a lot of bhajans. So in Junagadh, he was in Junagadh. He appeared in Junagadh and this thing, and he was a great devotee. So his identity, who was Narsinh Mehta in his previous birth. So there's a story about him. Just listen to this. So when Lord Krishna killed Kamsa, and then Jarasandh, Kamsa's father-in-law Jarasandh used to attack Mathura 17 times. So Jarasandh was angry with Lord Krishna because he had killed his son-in-law. So Jarasandh was Kamsa's father-in-law. So he attacked Mathura 17 times and he was defeated every time. So Lord allowed it, but Lord never killed Jarasandh because he wanted to kill the demons. So every time he used to bring more demons, more asuras. So Lord used to kill them. So so that he could kill so many people. But on the 18th attack, Jarasandh came along with another king named Kalyavan. So Kalyavan was a king who had a benediction that he will be able to scare the Yadus. So Lord Krishna comes from the Yadu dynasty. Since Jarasandh came with a king called Kalyavan, and he was having a benediction that he will be able to scare the Yadus. So then immediately Lord Krishna ran away. So to respect that benediction, he did not fight. So when Jarasandh came, and when Kalyavan came in to fight with Lord Krishna, sorry?
Sorry, sir.
Okay. So when Kalyavan came to attack Lord Krishna, so Lord Krishna immediately, somebody's coming, he just goes away, he ignores and runs away. And then Kalyavan is following him. So he felt very embarrassed that I've come to fight and Lord Krishna ran away. So because of this, Lord Krishna is also called Ran Chhod Rai. So because he left the field. So this thing. Lord Krishna is called Ran Chhod Rai. There's a temple of Lord Krishna. The name of Ran Chhod Rai in Dhakur. Dhakur is a place near Ahmedabad, Nanded. So if you go, there's a temple by the name of Ranchod as a lord. Running away from the field is also a lot, is appreciated, is glorified. If we run away from a field, we'll actually be, we'll be talked in the negative side. But Lord, when Lord does, it's all great Leela. So he left and Kalivan followed him. So he was following them. Krishna, what he did, Lord Krishna entered a cave. So cave was very dark. And Kalivan, when he entered, he saw somebody sleeping. And he thought it's Lord Krishna. He kicked him. So he thought, he's sleeping. He kicked him. And that person who was sleeping, he woke up. And with his eyes, when he opened, with his eyes, he burned Kalivan. So the eyes, immediately a spark came, fireballs shot from his eyes, and this Kalivan was dead. The person who was sleeping, his name was Muchukunda. His name was King Muchukunda. Muchukunda was a king who had helped the Devtas to fight against demons. So he had helped them to win against the demons in once upon a time. And when the Devtas told, what benediction you want, he said, I want to sleep. I have not taken rest from long time. I want to sleep. And if anybody comes and disturbs my sleep, he should be burned to ashes. Now also you have people, if you disturb their sleep, as if, they will burn you to ashes if you just wake them up sometimes. So Kalivan, he took that benediction, if somebody wakes me up. So Lord Krishna used that. So Kalivan followed Lord Krishna, and this king Muchukunda, when he woke up with this eyes, he burned this Kalivan to ashes. Now Muchukunda, who was a king, he saw Lord Krishna, and he was really, he saw Lord Krishna in front of him, and he was really charmed with his glory. And because Lord Muchukunda had served the Devtas, and also he killed Kalivan, Lord Krishna was very happy with him. So he said, you ask me what you want. He said, nothing, I don't want anything. I've seen your darshan, so I don't need. So although you don't want anything, but I want to give you. So I'm very pleased with you. So he requests, I should always remember your name always, and this thing. But so Lord Krishna said, okay, but still you will have to wander on the earth because you're still not completely purified. So now I will give you a benediction that you take a birth as a Vaishnava devotee, and you will spread the culture of Bhakti. So Narsinh Mehta was nobody but King Muchukunda, who killed Kalivan when he was in the cave. And Lord Krishna, so he appeared as Narsinh Mehta. Narsinh Mehta he came, and then he became a great devotee. So then his birth, basically he was born. When he was born, he was new. Basically he was not talking, and he not used to not talk much. And then his parents also passed away early in his life. So he was brought up by his grandmother and grandmother Jai Kunwari. So his grandmother used to take, and then he was not talking. She took him to a sage in Gujarat, in Hatkeshwar, Vadnagar. So she took them and requested, please bless the child, his grandchild, to talk. And then the saint sprinkled some water, and the first word Narsinh chanted. So what this saint chanted the name of Hare Krishna in the years of Narsinh Mehta. The first words which came to this, and then these are the first words which came out of the mouth of Narsinh Mehta. Hare Krishna. He was born with that. And these words never left his tongue. So he was always chanting the name of Hare Krishna. And then after his life, he had a lot of troubles. So he used to live with his elder brothers, Bansidhar, and his wife was there. And they used to mistreat him because Narsinh Mehta was like Jad Bharat. If we heard story of Jad Bharat, he used to behave dumb and he was not bothered, nothing to do, no work. Same way Narsinh Mehta also was like that. He was always chanting and focusing on that. And then he used to get taunts from his brother and sister-in-law because he was a lazy freeloader and nothing used to do much. And they used to give him very dry rotis and stale food. But after this thing, and used to give very menial work kind of a thing. So one day when he comes back, he asks for water. So his sister-in-law, he insults him, that are we your servants? You come in like a boss and ask us for a glass of water, and you're just wandering around. You don't do anything. But he never felt hurt. He used to manage on his own. So then once what happened, Narsinh Mehta went into a forest and he reached so he left the house when he was insulted too much time. Then he left his house. So he left his brother and his brother's wife, and he went in the forest. In the forest, he saw a small temple of Lord Shiva. And he cleaned that temple and he served Lord Shiva. He worshipped him. He offered leaves and this thing, and he stayed there. Although that it was a jungle, but because he was never afraid of animals and everything, and he was doing. And then Lord Shiva, when he saw that he's serving me, Mother Parvati requested, see, he's serving you. You give him some benediction. He has taken, and he used to pray, Lord Shiva, you are very powerful. You maintain the whole world. I am in your shelter. Do as you like. So one thing is, do as you like. So this is the thing we should worship anybody. If you worship a Devi Devta also, you say do as you like, means do, then what they like, they will give you the best. So Lord Shiva will give him the best thing in his life. So Lord Shiva, Lord Shiva also is thinking, if a person goes to the doorstep of even a poor person, he will try to show him mercy. Then Parvati also is giving an example of a female pigeon. Once a hunter took a shelter of this pigeon below the tree. Also, that hunter had killed the male, her husband, pigeon, but still she cut her little body and served him, fed him. So here Mother Parvati gives this example and says, see this, he's saving you, he's worshipping you, you give him something. So then the Lord Shiva personally goes and meets him. And first thing is he removes his hunger and thirst, and he tells, dear Narsinh, please ask for a benediction. Narsinh says, I don't know what is good or bad for me. If you want to give me something, give me that which is most dear to your heart. So give me what is most dear to your heart. This is what he requested Lord Shiva. And then Lord Shiva immediately said, okay, because he said, Vedas also cannot describe properly what you are asking. You are asking the highest thing. So he realized that Narsinh was a special devotee, and he gave him pure devotional service to Krishna. And he turned Narsinh into a gopi. And he also went as gopi. He entered Vrindavan. He entered the Ras Mandal. And he showed him Radha Krishna, who were dancing with the gopis. So and Narsinh Mehta watched this because of Lord Shiva. And he saw the gopis dancing, and he was just enjoying that. And it was such a beautiful sight, which was enjoying. And then finally, that Lord Shiva was having a duty of giving a torch, giving a light to them. And there were every gopi who was having some service to be done. And then Lord Shiva told, now come, let's go back. So Lord Krishna also told, okay, now you, Narsinh, please go now. But still Narsinh Mehta saying, no, I don't want to go. I want to stay here only. Then he said, no, you have been given a responsibility. You will come back to me, but you have been given a responsibility to distribute the devotion. So then they gave him gifts. So he gave him a pitambar and he gave him a peacock feather. Radharani gave him a garland. Lalita Sakhi, who was a friend of Gopi, Radharani, she gave him a kartal, which which is used for singing, for music. So, and also she gave him a tulsi neck beads and put a tilak on his forehead. And this all Narsinh Mehta got from Radharani and Lalita Sakhi when he went to Vrindavan. So Lord Shiva. So in ISKCON, one thing I've noted, most of the devotees are Lord Shiva devotees prior to entering ISKCON. So they were Lord Shiva's devotees only. Like I was also, personally, I'm continuing. I'm still a Lord Shiva's. I worship Lord Shiva regularly. I was a Lord Shiva devotee before I entered ISKCON. Lord Shiva, if you worship him, to give best thing, he will make you a devotee of Lord Radha Krishna. So that's a great mercy. Narsinh Mehta also got the blessing of worshipping Radha Krishna because of Lord Shiva. So Lord Shiva, then they went to Junagadh, and finally he agreed, I'll go there. But he was not willing to go. So Lord Krishna gave him one benediction: ki whenever you have a problem, you remember me, I'll come. So, he says, I promise that wherever you are, I'll immediately come. So this is what we'll see in his future. Oh, it's a second, okay. 5 minutes more, 5-10 minutes more, it's okay. So we'll continue, we'll finish this. So then this is a great benediction, and then we'll just hear about what happened in Narsinh Mehta's life. So Narsinh Mehta finally comes down to Junagadh and he starts doing chanting. So after that he got married and he had daughters. So one of the daughters was married and one of the daughter was not married. And then also once what had happened, there was a Shraddh ceremony to be done. So his brother came, okay, you come, let's do Shraddh of our father. So he said no, he was busy, he did not show it. He said, okay, now you do yourself, I will not come. So then his brother did separate Shraddh, and his brother also, what he did, he played a mistake. He told Brahmanas, go to my brother's house and have food at his place also. So his wife and they had to prepare food for the Brahmanas, but they were not able to do. So then they went for, Narsinh Mehta goes to the market, so goes to a place for taking some groceries and things. So that shop merchant says, okay, you sit here, you sing bhajans for me, then only I'll give you the thing. So he says, okay, I'll sing. But Lord Krishna realizes, he's busy there and he has not realized what is the time. He immediately goes as Narsinh Mehta to his house and he arranges all the food arrangements, gifts, gold, cows to the Brahmanas. And he personally gives that. And then when Narsinh Mehta actually goes, and then after that, Narsinh Mehta, who's Lord Krishna, takes food and then he goes out. And then actual Narsinh Mehta, when he comes back, he sees his wife is eating food. He's wondering, how come you're eating food? You have not fed the Brahmanas. I've just got the goat. He said, what not fed? We fed them. We gave them so many gifts. You only came. Then he realizes Lord Krishna came personally. And then there was one more good incident. Recently, when I went to Dwarka, there's a temple of, near Dwarkadish temple, there's a temple of Shamal Saukar or Shamal Seth. Basically, there was a concept of hundi. Hundi means what? Say, I am in Bombay. I have to give money to somebody in, say, Ahmedabad. So, I have a known person. He says, you give me the money. My person in Ahmedabad will give the money to your person. So they used to give that way. So this person in this place, Junagadh, he told you. Somebody told them to make mischief with Narsinh Mehta. They told, you give money to Narsinh Mehta. Narsinh Mehta has a good contact in Dwarka. He will ensure that your money is given to somebody, that person. And they said, you will feel that he doesn't have, by his appearance, you will feel, he's not having money, but don't believe him. So they forcefully told him, you make a hundi for us. And they carry that one paper to that place. And then so first they give money to Narsinh Mehta. Narsinh Mehta thinks, okay, they are forcing me. Probably it's a God's will. I will do this charity. I'll use it for the devotional work. So he uses the money for it. And he tells Lord Krishna, you please manage it. So when these people go to Dwarka, and then they ask for Shamal Seth. Shamal Seth, where is Shamal Seth? We have to take money. So nobody was found. Then they went outskirts. Then one person came here who has come from Narsinh Mehta's place. Please tell me. So then one person comes. He says, oh, this is your money. I'm searching for you. And he gives him the money. So he's none other than Lord Krishna. So there's a temple of Lord Krishna there also, like Shamal Saukar or Savla Saukar they call it. So the money was given. So Lord Krishna manages. Then one story is of his marriage of his daughter. So when his daughter was married, she was about to have a child, and then there was a function in his place, and his father-in-law, his daughter's father-in-law, they felt, we have made a mistake marrying to the daughter of Narsinh Mehta. He's such a poor fellow and doesn't do anything. But still they had to invite him. So he came in very bad clothes and he was staying there. But there Lord Krishna comes and these guys request, then Narsinh Mehta tells them, okay, you tell them, ask them whatever gifts they want. So they make a big list of gifts. So he again tells them, see if they have covered everything. So they further write more things in that, this much heavy gold, this much heavy silver. Then he keeps Lord Krishna's temple, and Lord Krishna, and next day he brings bullocks are coming, and he says, I am the servant of Narsinh Mehta, and he has sent me, and those gifts are given to them. And then the father-in-law and mother-in-law, they realize, Narsinh Mehta is not an ordinary person, he's a great devotee. And then his daughter actually then leaves that family because they were greedy. And this is this thing. I think we'll end the session there. So there's one more Leela of, when Narsinh Mehta used to sing Kedar Rag. So whenever he used to sing Kedar Rag, the garland of Lord Krishna would fall off. So now somebody tried to play the mischief and they put some other garland which was not falling. So then, he was singing, it was not happening. Then Lord Krishna comes and takes the garland from that deity and puts it on Narsinh Mehta himself. So continuously in his life, he always believed in God. He never changed his lifestyle. He was always chanting, always doing kirtan. and all his work was done by God. When we have a कहावत, हम अपने काम में तो भगवान अपने दाम में, और अगर हम भगवान के नाम में तो भगवान हमारे काम में. So that means, when we are in our work, God will be in his work. Will be in his dham. But if we are in Lord's work, then Lord will take care of our work. So this, I feel, actually it's true. I see personally also, God manages a lot of things. You have to believe him. You focus on your chanting and this thing, God will actually take care of you. Yeah. So I'll just, and sorry, little.
Ni da sa ni da pa ma pa dha pa ma ga ma re sa ka na re nand nandan ka na re nand nandan परम निरंजन हे दुख भंजन काना रे कंठ बनी मोतियन की माला कंठ बनी मोतियन की माला पहिरत मुद्रित भय ब्रज बाला रे नंदन नंदन कान रे नंदन नंदन परम निरंजन हे दुख भंजन हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 रामा राम रामा हरे हरे. Hare Krishna to all devotees, all Vaishnavas. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.